County Sheriff David Clarke, trial attorney, political commentator Eric Guster. That was the guy that was with Michael Brown, Sheriff, when he robbed and intimidated the clerk before they were confronted by the police officer. Isn't that true? And then the media took that lie and they ran with it without any fact checking. There were a number of people in the trial that ended up, or when they had the grand jury, that ended up saying, didn't happen that way. They said he charged the officer, he engaged the officer, tried to take the officer's gun. And that's why Darren Wilson was never indicted, right?
Well, it's why I said, Sean, that fake news has a birthplace and a birthday, August 9th, 2014, when this widely held false belief of hands up, don't shoot was propagated by the media. They went down there and fit their narrative. Think about what happened off that fake news, Sean. It changed America. This anti-police sentiment rose out of this. This, what I call the bastard child of hands up, don't shoot, Black Lives Matter, grew out of this thing. It swept the country. There are people to this day, Sean, who believe that Mike Brown had his hands up and was walking away with his back turned to Darren Wilson when Darren Wilson shot and killed him. In fact, we all know that's a lie. And only one Washington Post writer had the character, had the integrity to admit that it was a lie. I think it was Jonathan Capehart is his name, who wrote an op-ed and said, yeah, we got hoodwinked on that thing. It was embarrassing for this industry, and he had the courage to do it. But to this day, no other media outlet has done it.
No, Eric, you do know that that never happened, right? You're not arguing that hands up, don't shoot actually happened, are you?
I'm not arguing that hands up, don't shoot ever happened.
Because
but what David Clarke is trying to, no, it did not happen. But what David Clarke is saying is the dumbest thing I've heard on TV since Florida said they were going to be Bama. What he's claiming is the hands up, don't shoot movement was the beginning of fake news sites. The Onion was started in 1988, which is the premier fake news site.
Eric, that's a satire site.
It is fake. It is a fake news site that some people think is real.
But in a serious sense, that false narrative was perpetrated by NBC, by ABC, by CBS, by CNN, by the New York Times. And
they came out and said it was a lie.
Hang on a second. And irresponsibly, they advanced a narrative where people were regurgitating it, and then as a result, a certain expectation was raised. And then when the black eyewitnesses testified before that grand jury, it wasn't the outcome that people expected. And what happened, Eric, as a result of their irresponsible reporting? What happened?
A lot of people fell for that, but all those media sites, all those NBC, MSNBC, all of those sites, CNN, all those stations came out and said, all of them did. They said that was a lie. I've said it was a lie. So let's not.
I don't remember them saying it was a lie. I don't remember a big apology saying we were wrong and we falsely reported from a guy that robbed up a store and intimidated a clerk. Sheriff Clarke.
They did say that was not true. They did. No, let me finish. They did say that was not true. And for you to say, for Clarke to claim that that was the beginning of fake news is the most ridiculous thing.
Sheriff Clarke. Sheriff, you want to respond?
Well, it's fine. It might be ridiculous, but I'll tell you what, we have dead cops because of that hands up, don't shoot lie. We had 2 in New York. We also had 5 in Dallas and some in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, people who were trying to avenge for the life of Mike Brown, who was a thug. Here's another thing they left out of that story.
There have been 11
Mike
cops
Brown
killed
had just
by white
strong-armed a convenience store clerk who was half his size. That is a felony in every state in America. And he also tried to disarm a law enforcement officer. That's how serious this was. It might sound dumb to you, but there are dead cops because of that fake news story out of Ferguson, Missouri. And Eric, I resent that coming from you.
No, your theory is dumb. Someone attacking cops is a personal thing to me. I do not want anyone to assault, harm, or kill cops.
Then don't make irresponsible comments from the media that suggest something that never, excuse me, they advanced a false narrative, a lie. And as a result of the lie, people believed it. And a certain expectation increased in people in terms of what the outcome would be as a result of the lie that it was all predicated on. That's the problem.
But the truth is,
Eric,
no, the truth is,
let me help you out here. The only people who believe the Onion are
Ferguson,
liberals, because
there were
liberals don't critically think
of African Americans being
susceptible to nonsense,
being harassed
and all they can
by
do
police,
is
and the civil
talking
rights
Last word,
division.
Sheriff.
No, the Civil Rights Division
Well,
stated
that was-
that
Last
was,
word, sheriff. Let the
there
sheriff
was
have the last word.
discrimination.
Fine. Thank you, Sean. Again, fake news, most people can figure it out. It might last a day or two, but the hands up, don't shoot fake news out of Ferguson, Missouri continues to this day, and cops are still being killed across this country based off of that fake news story.
All right, we got to leave it there.
That's
Thank you both.
poppycock.
And coming up next tonight on this busy news night on Hannity.
The ability of ISIL to initiate major land offenses, that was not on my intelligence radar screen.
Wow, President Obama said the true potential of ISIS wasn't on his radar screen. Well, maybe he should have just listened to his top intel officials.
I got over everything, I got over everything, everything. I got over everything, I got over everything, got over